Hello, and welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. Yes. Last time we streamed this game, I played episode 1 and 2. I'm hoping to do 3 and 4 today. I mean, I'm assuming the lengths of each chapter are going to be similar. You know, the first 2 chapters were kind of 2 to 3 hours each. You know, we'll see. You know, maybe episode 3 is really long and I can only do that. But we'll see how we go. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 3? Yes. Please give a full recap. Okay, so you can choose to have only a recap of episode 2. That's nice. I'll go for the full recap, so if anybody's watching who is not up to date, you know, you missed the first stream, full recap. Please. The funeral of Perla and Scarlet, your cousin's mother and your aunt, seemed like something you shouldn't ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. Afraid! That's right. I have the talk to animals trait. I can have a look at, yeah, I've got the keen eye and talk to animals trait. When you start a game, you get to choose 2 traits out of, I don't remember exactly how many there were. There was quite a few. I'll go over those choices that were just on the screen later in a minute too. But yeah, we can talk to animals. We've got Dustin, a gnome possum who lives in our drawer. So what do you want to say? Want to tag along? So Stella is a YouTuber. She hunts cryptids. We went with her on a little adventure in episode 1. It didn't go so well. Hold the camera for me while I narrate against a darkening sky. That sort of thing. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of the woods at dawn. I had a funny voice for him, but I don't remember it. A single deer remains behind, staring down the beam of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Can you hear the sweet whispers of new growth? Duke grapples with the thing as it grabs at his shotgun, pushing the barrel out of the way as it grasps for Birdie with oddly jointed limbs, while Stella stares in shocked silence, as if paused, watching the other creature attempt to wrestle Gretchen into the darkness, her desperate cries going unheeded. So, I learned something about this thing. I think I was speculating at the end of last stream, like, you know, what's going on here? Because, I made a choice here. I chose to save Gretchen, the dog, and the result is that Duke ended up getting shot. I think, yeah, he accidentally shot himself. I was speculating if I had made the wrong decision there, mainly because in episode 2 there was kind of a similar choice, but everyone was okay. So that's why I was thinking, oh, I made the correct choice in episode 2, maybe I read the wrong choice in episode 1. But it actually has to do with your traits. So in episode 2, I was able to save everyone because I have the keen eye trait. I think, I don't know how it goes if you don't have keen eye, but that's how I was able to save everyone. Whereas this situation, if you have the, I don't remember what it's called, but like the strong body, strong build, whatever it's called, kind of trait, you can save everyone here, but it's only if you have that trait, right? So because of that, I missed out. And yeah, if I had chosen to, you know, go after Duke, do what he says, then yeah, it kind of sounds like Gretchen wouldn't have made it. So sorry, Duke, but I'm kind of glad about the decision I made, just because with the talk with animals trait, like, Gretchen's been really amusing. I think it would have been really sad to miss out on, you know, her. I don't even know how it would affect, Stella for the rest of the game if her dog died. Like, yeah, that's crazy, but anyway. You dive for Gretchen, attempting to snatch her away from the thing's misshapen hands. Oh, Comet, my hero! You manage to grab her, but the creature isn't deterred. It rears back on its hind legs, its mouth opening, whispered tones sliding out alongside something sharp and unnatural. But then there is a deafening blast of Duke's shotgun, and suddenly it is gone. Oh my god, what do we do? Stella, keep an eye on her for us. Make sure she doesn't get into any more trouble. See, it is... It is kind of weird how the cops didn't really take it seriously. You know, we told them what happened to Duke. They sort of didn't take it seriously, and they sort of implied that they would come after us for it, like, you know, implied that we had something to do with it. But then Avery mentions, like, yeah, don't worry, it's like an empty threat. Which is concerning. I think it was Avery who said that anyway. But, yeah. I guess, you know, knowing what I know now, that, like, you know, it's possible Gretchen could have died, their attitude makes a little bit more sense. Like, you know, it's still horrible, but, like, yeah. Yeah, I really do want to play this game again and make different choices, because it's fascinating, isn't it? Like, I want to do a run where I don't say anything. I want to see what that's like. Anyway. Welcome home. Yeah, we haven't figured out what Wayne's deal is. My grandmother used to talk about pale creatures called ditchlings. She always said they were a terrible omen, a sign of suffering to come. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh good, he's still here. But listen, you'd better stay out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. I don't know why the music just stopped. Wow, that is some heavy stuff. No wonder Stella seemed distant. I'm gonna keep my ears open for you. Yeah, we had the choice about, like, you know, telling Avery everything that happened, and I did. So I guess they're gonna, yeah. Maybe they'll have more information for us. Maybe they're not trustworthy. Maybe I made a bad decision. Maybe they snitch on us. I don't know. We'll see. They seem like a nice guy. The diner is where everyone comes to gossip, so I hear a lot about what goes on around here. I'll let you know if anyone mentions those monsters or anything else strange or unusual. Have either of you seen Rosalina around town? I don't want to be a helicopter dad, but she hasn't been answering my texts, and I wanted to make sure she isn't getting into trouble out there. Yeah, I feel like there's meant to be music here because it's eerie without it. Hi, Dr. Telly. We were wondering if it would be okay if Reese could come hang out. Nothing strenuous, we promise. Whatever you two have planned is probably beyond what he can manage right now, anyways. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it's already too late to stop what's going to happen. You're interrupted by a sudden movement out of the corner of your eye. A girl carrying a bundle of snacks pops through a hole in the fence and disappears over the crest of a hill. She didn't. I guess the old Maxwell place doesn't cut it as a secret hangout spot these days. But the Shore Mine? That place was shut down like 100 years ago. After a collapse that killed over 100 people. You pull out your phone and dial your cousin. What is it? I'm in a meeting. A kid just snuck into the Shore Mine. I figured you should know. What? Are you serious? Why do things keep happening to me? Also, why do you know about this? What the hell are you doing at my mines? Oh, whatever. I'll head over there as soon as I can. Just stay where you are and wait for me, alright? God, I don't even know why I'm trying to reason with you. It's not like you'll listen. My dad is a foreman at the continuous mining facility, and he says they only abandoned this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe, and we can hang out here whenever we want. Correction. Your father was a foreman at the continuous mining facility. We'll see if he even has a job tomorrow morning. My dad says our house is haunted. It did seem like this chapter we might be investigating that haunted house, supposedly haunted house, you know? Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest, like the deep growl of a predator. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives toward you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. Comet, are you alright? You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mine come crashing down. I'm doing the little guy thing. What do you mean, little guy thing? I don't know what that mean. I'm playing Scarlet Hollow. We're doing the recap. I don't know why the music has just gone quiet during this. I'm just a little guy? Alright, you're just a little guy. That's fine. Thumbs up. Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for. That was a surprisingly close call. We could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You collapse in Tabitha's dusty guest bed, your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the shore mine, you barely even notice the dust. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures that gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and to the visions it imparted upon you.